信したいと思います。全く予備知識なしなので、どうなるかがわかんないんですけど、温かく見守ってください。それじゃ始めていきたいと思います。ニューゲーム、ちょっとオープンしちゃったかな。
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. retirement. What could possibly go wrong? Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance. You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me. And the good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. He was a genius. Some say he's now a recluse, living on the outskirts of the city. But others say he's in an insane asylum, after he chewed his own leg off. The wild gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
黒ビル。早いな。字幕が。
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
なるほど。つまりあなたの女主人が脅迫を受けていると、どんな脅迫なんだ、具体的には。
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
脅迫を受けていて
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has. I don't even know what these papers are. Every whiskey has the same color nowadays. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever. Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
容疑者について知っている情報だ。相手が怪しいかどうか、そこに注目しよう。容疑者から印象を集めよう。印象を得るために新たな質問が追加されるぞ。なるほどね。刑事メターは尋問がうまくいっているかどうかを教えてくれる心強い味方だ。できるだけプラス側になるように維持していく。
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Who exactly are you, ma'am?
君は一体何者なのかな？まだ。
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
どの辺に住んでいるのかな？カラベラヒルズ、それともフラワービルかな？
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
人称、なぜ今日この夜に俺を訪ねて来なきゃならなかった。
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons.
事情があ
I
るん
may
です。
look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I
バカ
am,
な
but I
小
still
鹿に見
have
えるか
common
も。
sense.
いいえ、そのものかもしれないけど常識は心得ているんですから。
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss
その
Ibanez.
点には疑いないよ。イバネズさん。
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also
今
important
日
to
私の
you.
女主人にとって特別に重要な日なんです。あなたにも重要な日だと彼女を思ったようで。
A message in itself, for sure. But to be
それ
honest,
自体が
even
メッセ
you
ージを
are.
秘めているわけだ。だが率直に言って、たとえ君が
You know what? I'll just take that as a
言
compliment,
葉として
even if it wasn't meant
男
as
というか
such.
そのつもりじゃなかったとしても。印象引っ込み思案、疑い深い、恐れ。どういうにしようかな。
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer
なぜ
herself?
君が俺を訪ねてきたんだよ。どうして君の雇い主が直接来ないのかな。
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko.
私の雇い
She
主
hasn't
は
been leaving her
ナターシャ
home lately, only if she really has
セン
to.
さん。最近はよっぽどのことがないと家を出ないの。
How so?
どうして
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted
嫌なメッ
messages,
セージのせい
and
で。
everyone
それ
knows
と
who she
彼女は
is.
とても有名なので。
So she's
つまり
that
彼
kind
女
of
はそう
woman.
いうタイプの女性なわけだ。
I don't know what you mean.
どういう意味かしら。
Of course you do, Deborah.
分かってる
Thank you, by the
だから
way. We're
ありがとう
finally getting
これでよう
somewhere.
やく手がかりが得られた。
We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
何かを隠している。それに焦点を当てよう。一体何を期待して俺に会いに来たんだ。
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help.
あなたの
Just
助け
like
を
my
期待した
mistress
の。
said.
女主人が言っていたように。
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like
そ
this?
んな場所でどんな奴に会えることを期待してたんだ。
Someone reliable.
頼れる誰かを。
Well, I am reliable.
まあ俺は頼れる男さ。
And discreet.
そして口が固い誰か。
That's right.
確かに。
And thorough.
そして徹底した誰か。
No question about that.
疑う余地もない。
And has a heart of gold.
そして黄金の心の持ち主。
Okay, let's stop it right there.
OK。はい、そこでやめておこう。ちょっと質問失敗したかも。
Are you in some sort of
厄介
jam?
事に陥ってるのか。
Nothing of the sort.
いえ、そんな
There
の
are
じゃあり
simply
ません。
things better left
言わぬが花って言
unsaid.
うでしょう。
Then you're wasting my time.
だったら君の話を聞くのは時間の無駄だな。
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
あなたの直感を信じてるの。あなたならできるわ。
Yeah, and I have no
ああ
other
選択
choice,
の余
right?
地はないだろ。
To be honest, no,
そう聞いて
Mr.
その通りよ
Featherland.
ウィザー
Not
ランドさん
really.
減ってく一方だ。刑事メーター。 件も絶対的になんだか疑わしいと思わない。
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino.
サンティーノさ
I'll
ん、ちゃんと
explain
説明します
everything.
から。
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
それとも聞こえなかったふりにしようか。
You see, we're starting to understand
お互い
each
のこと
other.
が分かり始めてきた。白状する気がないのならこれに何の意味が？
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr.
でも
Featherland,
フェザーランドさん。
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this
だから俺
game.
はこの手のゲームをするには年を取りすぎて
please,
る。
just think again.
どうか
For
考
me
え
and my
直してくだ
mistress's
さい。
sake.
私と女主人のために。
Tell me, Deborah,
ねえ、
why
だ
should
から
I
そんな
believe
こ
you
と
at
を
all?
信じるべき理由があるのかな？
Because my mistress trusts you.
私の女主人があなたを信頼しているからよ。
Should that be enough?
そう言っての理由で、
If you really like what she thinks you are,
あなたが
then
彼
yes.
女が想像している通りの男ならね。
Damn, what can I say to that?
そう言われちゃどうしようもないな。
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against
追
the
い込むつ
wall.
もりなかったのに。
You have a way with words, sweetheart.
言葉
Did
の
you
使い
ever
方
want
が
to
な
be
い
a
ね、
cop?
お嬢さん。警官になりたいと思ったことは
No, not for the world.
全く興味がないわ。
Huh. Smart answer.
賢明な答えだ。
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid
正
of.
直に言ってくれ。何をそんなに恐れているの？
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler.
ホワート・ウ
Or
ェ
as
スラーで
most
す。
people know
ま
him,
たの名を。
Ibn Wessler, the kingpin.
ギャングのボス。
exactly.
その通りです。
Feathery gods help
そ
me.
れは大変なこった。
So you get it now. The secrecy.
禁止したい理由がお分かりになった？
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything. うんなかなか良かったのね。最終的な考え。伝説のチキンポリスの復活だ。少しくたびれちゃいるがまだ錆びついちゃいない。さすがだ。重要な手がかり。雇い主のナターシャの情婦はなんとあの悪名高きギャングのイブン・ウェスラーだ。なるほど。あ、引き出し見てなかったな。 My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
ライターがね。
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
話。
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal. Why don't you...
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Don't you want to look at it? The message I gave you.
あ、ごめんなさい。メッセージ。
Yeah, of course, Deborah. Give me a second.
そんなのどこにあるの？
Yeah, of course, Deborah. Give me a second.
受け取ったのってどこなんだ。出た。わかんないやつ。しかも
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. And
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you alright?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
私の女主人からあなたに渡すようにって頼まれただけです。あなたならわかるはずだって。何のことなのかわかります？
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Miss Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you? Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy. Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Of course, Sonny. You know anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me. I can always count on you. Thanks, old buddy.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's new.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny.
Oh.
Yes, Sonny?
I don't want to sound indiscreet, but this fur removal craze, do you do this yourself, or are there specific parlors for it?
Well, would you like...
Well, it wouldn't work as well with my feathers. Just professional curiosity. You know, it's,
うまくいかないと思うが、ただのプロの好奇心ってどこかな
Occupational hazard? There are parlors, yes, but I do it for myself, and I do it for my mistress too, if you're interested.
That's good to know.
You're one strange bird, Sonny Featherland.
Well, I've been called worse. Take care, sweetheart.
元気でお上手。
You too, Sonny.
あ、尋ねるができんの。
I've already told you more about myself than I
私
wanted
はもう
to.
十分、自分のことは十分お話ししたわ。
Afraid you'll get your
手に
hands
汚すことを
dirty?
恐れているのかな。
I'm afraid I already
残念な
did.
がら時すでに遅してたわ。
I've already told you more about myself than I...
Afraid you'll get your hand...
I'm afraid I already
同
did.
じ話。
Sonny, I've already told you what I know.
知っていることは
I've
全部
never
話
read
し
the
た。
message.
私は
My
メッセージを
job
読
was
ん
to
でい
give
ない
it to you and
私の
nothing
役目は
more.
あなたにメッセージを渡すこと、それだけなのよ。
You really are this
情報
innocent,
の
aren't
意
you?
味なんだね。
I'm not sure I get what you
どういう意味
mean.
かしら。
Let me give you some advice,
一刻も
sister.
早く街を
Leave
出
the
て、
city and get
レ
as
ストラン
far
のよう
as
な
you can
出会いから
from the
は
likes
遠
of
く離れた
Ibn
方がいい。
Wessler.
It's not so
そう
simple,
簡
Mr.
単にはいかない
Featherland.
んですよ。
My mistress needs
私
me.
は女主人に当てにされているので。
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places to deliver messages you know
深夜に
absolutely
いか
nothing
がわしい
about?
会話を走り回るくらい、
I would do more than that for
あの
her.
方のためだったら何でもするわ。
I see.
君は
You're
口説き上手だ
smooth.
ね。
Read.
Thank you,
そう
Mr.
かしら、フェ
Featherland.
ザーランドさん。
Sunny, please.
サニーでいいよ
Just
サニー。
Sunny. So this Natasha
あ
dame.
ナターシャさんのことだから。
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear
彼
on
女
this
からは
matter.
っきりそう言われている
I see.
の。な
But
るほど。しかし、
Please,
お
Sonny,
願いサニー。
let's
こ
not
れ以
make
上
this
ぎ
even
こち
more
ない雰囲気にしない
uncomfortable.
で。
okay,
あ、わか
understood.
った。
Let's
そ
drop
れで
it.
よい。
Thank you.
ありがとう。
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a
俺の
secret?
私は極秘のはずなんだ
Do you think they
か。
ever
本当にそう
were?
思ってるの？
Well, I was hoping.
期待はしてたんだがね。
Clawville is a
ロービル
big
を大事に
city,
したわ。
but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
はないのよ。
Oh, please. Flatter me more. So, Ibn Wessler, eh?
ウェスラー。
You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
そう言ってほしかったな。
If I started with that, I'm
最
sure
初
you
か
would
ら
have
その
thrown
名
me
前を口
out.
にしていくやら、きっとあなたは私を追い出していたわ。
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous
そうだ。
gangsters
彼
in
は
the
この
city.
町で一番危険なギャングスターだからな。
I only know he's an
私
influential
は彼が影響
businessman.
力のあるビジネスマンだってことしか知らないわ。
Isn't that the same?
同じことでは
Not even you can see the world as
あな
that
たに分か
black
ってい
and
るでしょう。
white.
世の中は白黒はっきりしないことばかりよ。なるほどね。
Why do I have the feeling these big Bambi... I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not. Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
同じことしか言わないか。で、聞いたぞ。
You too, Sonny.
あなたもね、サニー。船で移動ってなってるんだけど、なんだろう。写真かな。
Molly, where do you live now? Take care, sweetheart.
You too. I've already told you more.
Afraid you'll get your hand.
I'm afraid I already.
マジです。買えないんだね。
I don't see colors anymore.
何もかも
Only
が描か
emptiness.
れてしまった。
Everything
熱いの
faded.
色あせて消えていった。
I need another
さあ、
drink.
飲むとするか。飲みますよ。
Murky brown swill.
移動。移動できないんだっけ。あ、こっちか。知らん。出る移動なんだけど、ちょっとわかんない。カメラになっちゃうんだよ。カメラ移動じゃん。はい、移動じゃん。次何をすればいいのか
Just a bunch of useless crap in there. Just a bunch of useless crap.
次何するの。
Molly, my ex-wife. Take care, sweetheart.
You too.
なんか送ってってもらえばいいんじゃないの。
I can always count on you.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
なんかすでに行き詰まって
My wife took all the good ones. She knew they'd only gathered dust here. And she was right.
ああ、なんか見てないことある。
I need a secretary. Murky brown swill. I can't even remember the last time I...
がすぐにけつまずくとは。なんでもないよね。何にもない。
This dame is an iceberg.
誰かわかる人。
You too.
Maybe I'm just old. And while I'm clucking about nothing ever changing, everything changes. God damn. What an embarrassing headline. It seems like a different life. He was a genius. Some say he's now a... If only I were half as gutsy as these guys. Molly, where do you live now? Maybe in another lifetime, old Bert. Take care.
You too. I've already told you more.
Afraid you'll get...
I'm afraid I already do.
Do you think my whereabouts...
Do you think they ever...
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is...
Oh, please. So, Ibn...
If I started with that...
You're right. He's...
I only know he's in...
Isn't that the...
Not even you can see... Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never...
You really are the...
I'm not sure...
Let me give you some advice.
It's not so simple, Miss...
Is she really that important to you?
I would do more than...
I see.
Thank you.
Sonny, please. So this Natasha...
Look, I'm just the messenger.
I see. But...
Please, Sonny.
Okay, understood.
Thank you.
This dame is an iceberg. 10%. The good old rabbit. I can always count on him.
Don't even...
Murky brown.
地図。メインシーンはストーリーを進めてくれる。またどの場所が開放および閉鎖されるかも左右される。本編をクリアするにはメインシーンを全て突破しなければならない。限定シーン。メインストーリーの進み具合に応じて一時的に開放される。完全クリアを狙う場合は次のメインシーンを進める前に全てのシーンを訪れよう。閉鎖シーン。現時点ではたどり着けない場所を示す。ストーリーの進み具合によって状態に変わるが、開放されたままの場合もあれば一定期間後に閉鎖される場合もある。重要ヒント。ストーリーを進めると限定シーンには行けなくなる可能性がある。次のメインシーンを選ぶのはもう他の場所には行かないと決めてからにしよう。
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same, and the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive, and we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night? I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood boils not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it. You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that. Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
おい、お前は一体どっちの味方なんだ。
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages. This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to chief of police. Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement. Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those 2 prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
What do you know about the Tsar Club?
Nothing special. I've never been there. It's a famous place, though. Expensive cigars, unaffordable drinks, pretty gals. All the movie stars and politicians go there at least once a week.
And all the big shot mobsters, too, I've heard.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Still living in the Atlas?
If something works, why change it, right?
Well, if you like it there.
Listen, Monica, you could, come by sometime. For a drink, or 2, you know?
I didn't hear that, and you didn't say that.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Anything else, Boss Bird?
Do we have a file on Hobart, Ibn, Wessler?
Are you kidding me? We have a whole room just for him. Want the key? You can spend the remaining days of your paid holiday in there.
No thanks. Never mind. You're a bit sassy today, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but I'm starting to shed my feathers because of this insane asylum. You know, New Year's Eve and Blood Boil's not here when he should be.
Somehow I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I bet you're not, Boss Bird. Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name. Is it real or just an alias?
It's supposed to be real, but who knows? Good question.
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
Thanks, little bird.
Glad I could help.
Nobody drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic.
More tea to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeffy is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that? Don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window.
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
One of Blood Boil's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course. I'm really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy, or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division. Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick. Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here. I'm not here for this. I just need to grab Marty and get the hell out. This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try. Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
You're right. I'm gonna do that. I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years. Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Her Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her, a sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored. Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
むず。何これ。これダメでしょ。あ、打ってみるとダメなのがあるのかな。玉切れ。リロード。早い。780分。射撃場出る。はい、行こう。
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
まだ彼女に加えていないようで何を。
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly.
Glad to hear it.
それは何より。
She asks a lot about
あ
you.
んたのことをよく尋ねてくるよ。
Really?
本当か？
Yeah.
ああ。
She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
あんたのことを恨んでいるんだ。
Understandable.
わからないでもないな。
But she also felt sorry for you.
僕にも思ってるみたいだ。
Oh, well, thanks. That's much better.
少し気分が良くなった。
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police Marty better than this one.
今の言う俺より好きだったみたい。
Well, I think I'll take that as a
それ
compliment.
は褒め言葉として受け取るよ。
Whatever, Sonny.
お好きにどうぞサニー。で、これ射撃場出ればいいんじゃないの？まだなんか照明スイッチ消して。
So, Sonny,
で、
you
サ
still
ニーま
limping?
だビッグ引いてるのか。
The pellets tore my right hip to pieces. So,
右
yes,
の
the
股関
doctor
節を
says I'll
粉
limp
砕したんだ。
forever.
だから一生足を引きずって歩くことになるって医者に言われてる。
Ah, good to hear that.
それは朗報だな。
Fuck off.
そったれ。
Can we go finally, or
そ
are
う
you
そう
waiting
行こ
for
う
a
か。
big
それでも
warm
大
hug?
きな温かいハグでも待っているのか。
Let's get out of here before I get
俺がお
detained
前
for
の内臓を
gutting
え
you.
ぐり出して逮捕される前にさっさとここから出る。
Lovely and peaceful as
愛と平和
always.
そのものだね。
Welcome back, Boss Bird.
Boss Bird。で、どうやって出てけばいいの？
Still drink coffee?
まだコーヒー飲んでるのか？
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course.
拳銃と
And
かそういう
women.
女性は例外だけど。
We could visit our old haunt. What do you
店に
think?
行く手はどうだ？
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hot dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little
私
fight
みたい
too,
に喧
huh?
嘩もちょっとしてみるってのは？
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you
そんな
without a
ことした
blink.
らお前が瞬きしてる間に逃げ去るよ。
Well, yeah, like last
前の
time.
時みたいに。
Those were different
その頃は
times,
時代も
Marty.
違うし、
With
それ
a
も
different
別人だっ
Sonny.
たんだ、マーティ。
Well,
街
all
まで
right.
行ってやるよ。
To the city.
You don't have to come with me, you
一緒
know.
に一緒に来てくれなくてもいいんだぜ。
Okay, okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a
さ
little
に小さな
problem.
問題があるんだ。
Not so little, and it smells too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing
これ
here?
で何しているんだ。
Well, it seems we
こ
can't
れな
avoid
ら話す
speaking
の
to
は
him.
避けられないようだな。
Oh, yes, we can.
避け
You
られ
have your
ない。
rifle
大
with
事
you,
銃を持って
right?
きたんだろ。
What?
なんだって？
Just kidding.
冗談だよ。
Sort
多分な
of.
あ、これ？温度計。
I see you're swamped, buddy.
おいしさのようだな、相棒。
I've sent the old lizard away.
HG を出
I
して
don't
や
need
つ
him to
これ以上
foul
空
the
気
air
を
anymore.
怪我されたくな
I
い
hate his kind anyway.
あいつみたいな連中が嫌いなんだ。
What, because he's a reptile?
爬虫類だからか？
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
小悪党だからさ。
No, yeah, that's true.
ああ、それは言えてる。
And you letting off
あんた
some
たちは
steam?
ストレ発散でもしに来たのか。
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all, ain't we? And this is still
シャブルを
Clawville.
入れるところだ。俺たちは何が何でもなんだかんだ言っても警官だろう。そこは黒ビルの管轄下に入る場所だ。
That's true, pal.
その通り、
Protect and
市民を
serve.
保護し、市民に奉仕する。それが俺たちのモットーだよな。
Eesh, get a room, you
お
two.
やおや、2匹でイチャイチャして。
Ah, shut up,
黙ってる
Marty.
マーティ。進める。ホットドッグ。
What have you heard about the hop dog? Is it still standing?
Yeah, it is.
まだ営
But I
業
don't
してるよ。
frequent
こ
that
の界隈
neighborhood.
にはそう
You
いう
shouldn't
のがないよ
either.
うにしている。
Things have
君らは
escalated
わから
there
ないよ。
recently.
最近はどんどんきな臭くなってきてる。ロバート・イレン・ウェス
What do you know about Ibn Wessler? What's the old rat been up to lately?
They say he's keeping a pretty low
最
profile
近は
these
おと
days.
なしくしていると
But
い
he's
う
been
の
seen in the company of the
わか
Attorney
るのそれ
General.
よ。司法長官と一緒にいるところは目撃されているけど
Attorney General Hamtaro, eh?
ハム太郎
That's
司
interesting.
法長官と一緒か。ハム太郎。それは興味深いね。ありがたい情報だ。
Why are you so interested in that rat?
どうしてあのネズミに
If you
そん
want
なに
another
興味があ
hole
る
in your comb, I could help you too, you know.
もう一個穴を開けてほしいならそれも手伝えるけどね。
It's just professional
た
curiosity.
だのプロの好奇心さ。
Yeah, of
そう
course.
そう。
And I'm a
そして俺は
fluffy
プロ
little
のふわふわの
Labrador.
可愛いラブラドール。
Whoa, 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 you forgot to mention this nugget about the case, Sonny. Ibn Clucking Wessler? What the hell did you get into?
一体何に首を突っ込んでるんだ。
As far as I remember, you didn't let me
俺が
tell you
覚
in
え
the
てる
first
限りよ
place.
お
Well,
前が
you're
俺
in
に
now.
チャルなんか
No
った
way
んだ
back.
お前ももう首を突っ込んだんだ。後戻りできないぜ。
You're a piece of shit, Sonny, you hear
そっ
me?
たれ。サニー
What's this all about?
Easy, chicken. I'll tell you everything soon enough. Let's just get the hell out of here
さ
first.
っさと出よう。
If I already told you it's a pleasure working with you again.
でも伝えたっけか。
No, but that's always good to hear,
だからそう言って
partner.
くれて嬉しいよ、相棒。
Cluck off.
よせ、照れるじゃないか。で、まだお話しした。聞きたいことが。
Why is it so quiet in here? Shouldn't it be a madhouse by
い
now?
つものどんちゃん騒ぎが始まってる頃じゃないか。
The midnight madness is yet to come, Sonny. Just wait for it.
おバカ騒ぎはこれからだよ、サニー。もうしばらくすると始まるから。
My time's too valuable for
それ
that,
まで待つ
pal.
なんて時間の無駄だ。
And you're trespassing.
あんた
Rules of
警察に
suspension,
ルールを破ってい
remember?
るんだぞ。
I
ろく
can
でも
see
ない
you're up to no
ルール
good.
なんだけど。
Who, us? Ridiculous.
なんで馬鹿げた発想だ。
If you say so.
君たちがそういうの
But I advise you to keep it
でも
low,
おとなしくしていた方が賢明だと
especially you, Sonny.
特にサニーは
How many days do you have until retirement?
121. 120 soon.
もうすぐ120日だ。
Don't be a knucklehead and
他
get
のことを
yourself
してたして
fired.
クビになるなよ。
Thanks for your eternal wisdom, Bosco. I'm definitely coming to you again next
聞
time.
きに来るよ。
What? Chief Bloodboil.
今ところ本部長。
Damn.
クソ。
What was that,
何
Santino?
か言ってくサンティーノ。
Nothing, sir.
何も素敵
What a
な夜
lovely
ですね
evening.
I don't want to hear your
サンティ
crowing,
ーノ、お前が
Santino. What the hell are you
声
doing
なん
here?
か聞きたくもない。ここで何してるんだ。
Hey, hey, hey. Careful with the racist barking, old
差別
hound.
的な発言控えてくださいよ。
Oh, oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
新年を祝いましょうよ。
And you're on duty,
お
if
前
I'm
は
not
勤務中だろう
mistaken,
マーティ
Martin.
ン。どこに行くつも
Where
り
do you
なんだ。
think you're going?
That's it, boss.
そう
To
ですよ。
serve and
市民を
protect.
市民に
Sonny was in the
警
neighborhood
視で
and
すよ。
stopped by to say
サニー
hi.
がちょうど
He's
近
a
所
cop
に来
too,
たんで
right?
立ち寄ってくれたんです。彼も警官が漢字が間違っちゃった。警官仲間じゃないですか。
Only on paper, and you know that
書
very
類
well,
の
Detective.
上のことだけだ。お前も知ってるだろう。
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
コーヒーブレイクは大抵射撃が想像しい喧嘩。
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
or all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight. Have a lovely evening, boss. You especially. Fuck off right now, son. We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Time to go, partner. It'll take half an hour or more to get there.
To the club, then. I'm curious about the show.
Look, Marty, we're not going there to have fun, okay?
I know. We worked together for 10 years, remember?
9.
Oh, do you have any gum?
Of course not. Chickens don't chew.
Well, I'll go crazy on a long ride without it.
And I'll go crazy from you beating it.
Sonny, it's a pleasure working with you again.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
So this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird. Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, Master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
Let's not bother her.
Okay, boss. Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss. Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard. Huh, I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
Now stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah.
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in. Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin.
Oh my God, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. And thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare. Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point,
その
pal.
通り。
Nothing you don't know
あな
already,
たがご
sir.
存知ようなことはございません。
Just try me.
試してごらん。
Well, she owns the
この
place.
方はこのクラブのオーナーです。
And,
それで
that's it?
それだけか
Well, that's,
他にもあるだろう。
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not
申
permitted
し
to
訳
say
ございません
anything
ムッシ
more.
ュこれ以上はお答えできません。
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis
ヘイワー
Hayworth?
ズは知ってるかい？
But of course, Mr. Hayworth.
Is that so?
I'm afraid that is
同
all.
じのや
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty. I do.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight.
これ結局名前がわかんないんだよね。どうすればいいの？
That fella's built like a brick
あいつは
shithouse.
まるでレンガ
I
の
don't think we'll be able to just
横を
sneak
する
past him.
ルーリーと通り抜けると言
Wanna
そうな
bet?
影で見る？
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid
今日
suspicion.
は怪しまれないようにしないと。
Okay, okay. No trouble. I get it. It's okay, Bertha.
ごめんなバーサ
Maybe
また
next
今度な
time.
What was that?
なんだって？
Nothing. Just
何も
the wind.
風の音だろ
Did you bring
う。ビ
Big
ッグバーサ
Bertha
を持っ
with
て
you?
きてるのか。
Gods, no.
ま
What
さ
are
か
you
そんなことありえない
thinking?
だろ
What
う。
idiot
クラ
would
ブ
bring
に
a
三連銃持
shotgun
って
to
く
a
るバカなん
club?
ているか？
Was that a rhetorical question?
それはなんとか的な質問か？じゃあどうするんだろう。
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series. Damn his taste. Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. That's a...
See you inside?
I have something to do, my
別の用事を片付けよ
pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
間に合うようにする。
Okay then. Catch you later,
じゃあ
pal.
また後でな。
Let's not bother her.
Okay, boss.
どうすればいいのか。
What a beautiful car.
A work of art.
Seeing it and thinking about my little rusty Cobbett.
Don't torture yourself, Sonny. Only way we're ever gonna drive one of them is if we sign up for the mob.
Maybe it would be worth it.
I think we'd be great gangsters in another life.
Epur si muove.
Oh, bless you.
It means, and yet it moves, birdbrain. An old wolf named Galileo said that.
Oh, I see. And what did he mean by that?
Dunno. I think there was something wrong with his stomach.
Ouch.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself
仕事が
again?
くちばしに出ていたか。
Peaceful, isn't it?
平和なもんだな。
Because the whole town's probably drunk by
これ
now.
は町全体で酔っ払ってるからな。
Maybe that's the only way it can bear
この
itself.
町も耐えられないのかもな。
Doesn't it remind you of
どっ
someone?
かの誰かさんを思い出せる言葉だな。
Shut up, Marty.
うるさいぞマーティ。
Got you there,
どう
old
よ
bird.
図星だろ。ハエ男。
Look at the poor bastard.
かわいそうな野郎。
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the hive.
巣箱勤務だった頃はお前だって覚えてるだろう。
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
させないでくれよ。こっちは毎日忘れようとしているんだ。
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
悪化の一途だ。暴動の報道を聞いてるだろう。
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty
み
flammable.
んなビビってる。あそこのスイカはとにかく燃えやすいからな。
I don't speak of the devil,
いい
Marty.
のよマーティ。
But to be honest,
あの昆虫
I have
関連
no
の問
idea
題
how
を
this
どう解
insect
決
matter can be
解決
solved.
すべきなのか俺にはさっぱり見えん。
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
昆虫たちを過去何百年と同じく一緒に生活させりゃいい。
Your heart is pure gold,
お前
buddy.
本当に
But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
ないってことはお前も知ってるだろ。クロービルは変わっちまった。
Hey, pal.
なあそこのはい男。
Can you hear me?
聞こえてますか。パンケーキ
Are you sure that thing's a
なあれ
dog?
と本当に
I
犬な
always
のか。
wondered.
俺はてっきり
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
一発でわかると思わないか刑事殿。
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who said that?
そう言ったのは誰だ。
A natural born genius?
嫌いの天才だなそいつは。嫌いキス
Yeah, right.
よく言うよ。
If this wreck belonged to Zip,
ジップの持ち物か。
Well, it's a wreck
ジップ
just
の
like
中で
him,
ドラズ
so
を
I
ゴロ
guess
ゴロ
it
っぽい
could.
だ。その可能性はある。どうすればいいかな。
there used to be such life around here before it became an insect ghetto.
は結構苦わせたんだよな。昆虫族ゲットになる前。
That was a very long time ago, Marty.
I was a little chick,
俺が
and the hop dog had the best pancakes in the entire city.
パンケーキが食べられたんだ。
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook, and the waitress, I imagine it's all gone
下
downhill.
り坂のような気がするな。かな。
True.
それは言えてる。
But at least the
だ
coffee's
からコー
good.
ヒーがうまいのは救いだな。
That's right.
そう
I have no idea what that mongrel's doing with it, and I don't want to know, but its aroma is
コーヒーの香りだ
unbeatable.
けは絶品なんだ。お店の中入れないのかな。入れないの。
Is he deaf?
聞こえないのか。
来たよ。
I don't know.
メガタン
Maybe he
いらっ
just
し
doesn't
ゃい。
understand what I'm saying.
もう1時間40分やってるけどこれはね簡単なゲームだった。よかったよ。これでも多分このセリフさ携帯からだと読めないでしょ。読める？
ぜならばブハめちゃシュールなんやけどわら。
これ今ね、これギター弾いてるのハエ男。大体わかる。あ、ほんと？
Or he doesn't want to.
喋ってくんないんだよね、ハエ男が。
That's also very likely.
あ、入り口あった。
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
客の姿はなし。ジップのやつかわいそうにな。
You're right.
確かに。
Yep, the guy's middle name is
あい
bad
つに
luck.
不憫ってつけてやりたいところだ。
That's for sure.
お似合いだな。
さっきの部分は後でアーカイブで見るわニコニコ。
そうだね。
And voila, the master himself.
マエストロご自身だ。
What a finch.
オウム野郎が。
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
この方オウムじゃなくて鳩なんだけど。
Don't make me angry, Marty.
黙らないと怒るぞ。
Okay, I was only joking.
謎解きな感じ。
そうそうそう。なんかいろんな場所に行って話聞いてっていう感じ。なんか難しいことが何もない。ジュークボックス懐かしい。
大操作してるんですね。
そうそうそうそうそう。すごい曲名だな。
What
なっちゃんの優
insight?
しいゲームでよかった。最後まで見れる。
そう。
Wise words, pal.
よかったよ。
The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to
パンダ
know?
の小汚い身なり知った上で本当に知りたいか。
You're right.
As always.
じゃあメニュー。
You still don't eat meat, old man?
サニーじいさんは今は肉を食わないのか。
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
そうだね、鶏が肉食べるってね。
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty, why wouldn't I eat it?
代理肉が美味しいんだ。
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
そうそうそう。羽が全部抜けて自分の足が美味しそうに見えてきても知らんぞ。やばいな。じゃあ話しかけるか。
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
個体情報。
You think he's still mad at us?
恨まれてんの？
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
いや、お話ししてみる。
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
カウンターの下に散弾銃。
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old
ちょうど
times.
昔みたいにさ。
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you
周りを
noticed?
見ろ。昔みたいが感じられるものがあるように見えるか。
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's
言
quite
われてみれ
noticeable.
ば。
Shit. All right.
クソが。
And
分かっ
where'd
て
you
よ
blow in
で、
from?
あんたらはどこから転がり込んできたんだ。
We haven't been anywhere
どこへも
yet,
行っていない。
but we're
とりあえ
going
ずはな
somewhere.
だが、これからどこかへ向かう。
Everybody's going somewhere,
誰
right?
にだって行くべきところはあるってか。
Tell me, how much do
ね
you
えジ
know,
ップ、
Zip?
お前の知識の深さは相変わらずか。
That depends. How
内容
deep
に
is
よ
it?
るな。どのくらい深い話だ。
Bottom of the well
井
kind.
戸の底のレ
Goes
ベルの
down
話
around
だ。
Ibn Wessler.
イブン・ウェスラーの周囲のな。
Holy hell! Westler?
ウェスラー
You've
は
dipped
手
your
にしてん
wings
の
in
か。
deep shit, boys.
あんたは随分と面倒なことに羽突っ込んだな。羽突っ込んだなって。
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be
情報
grateful.
共有。
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, huh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And
今違うのか。
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman.
女がいるのは確かだわ。
I knew it.
やっぱりな。
But not like you think.
だがあんたらの考えてるような関係じゃない。
Is this gonna cost
その
much?
情報高いのか。
Only a favor. Like the
頼
good
む
old
ことを一
days.
つ。昔みたいでいいだろ。
Okay, I'm
よし、乗
in.
った。尋ねるができる。
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys.
今は
But
店の
then,
名前
it
が
had a
名
different
前
name
変わった。
and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
ビジネスとして引き継がれたってことだろう。
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
詳しく教えてくんない。
Roger that.
ポップドッグにつ
I've
いて
gotta say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
改装したのね。
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
ね
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his
オセロ
gorilla.
ットとゴリラ相手じゃん。
Baboon, not gorilla.
ゴリラじゃなくてマントヒヒ。どんだけ動物出てくんだろう。
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
毛玉野郎。
Ha!
ロバート・イブン・ウェスラーについて
So, Ibn's gone insane.
正気を失ってるってことか。
Love will kill you in the end, they
愛
say.
にはいずれ殺されるってやつかね。
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
それもそうやって素敵だな。
You're one to talk, by the way.
あんただって同じだろ。
Huh? Why?
なんでだ。次、ナターシャ・キャッツェンコ。
So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
危険動物なのか。
What woman isn't, huh?
危険じゃない女なんていないだろう。そうなのかね、男からすると。
No, Zip. I mean, really
本
dangerous.
当にそこまで危険な女なのか、ジップ。
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
それが危険でないと思うか。で、最後、ジップ H マーフ。
You didn't get any younger, pal.
にしてもお前老けたな。
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
そっちこそ十分に寝た日は一度もありませんって顔してるぞ。
To be honest, I've never had a good night's
確か
sleep
に
in
十
my
分に寝
life.
た日は一度もなかったな。
You will when the big sleep comes.
大いなる眠りがやってきたら嫌をなしに寝れるぞ。
And what are your plans?
で、お前
Dying
はどうす
behind
る
the
んだ。
bar?
死ぬまでバーカウンターの後ろか。
Of course. You got a better idea?
他にマシな考えがありゃ別だが。
A couple, yeah. But somehow
い
this
つか
suits
思い
you.
つくが、いや、それがお前に似合ってる。
You know what? Your
だろ
mother's a
う悪く
goat.
ない生き方さ。もうこれで聞くことなくなっちゃったな。
You think he might know something about the case?
He knows almost everybody in this city.
あら
At
ゆ
least he
る
used
動
to
物
once. Let's see if he still does.
でも尋ねるのじゃないでしょ。
Is that so? Interesting.
She's got a fantastic voice. Makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club. Just like that. But
I can imagine, yeah.
the old clique is still clicking, right? Yeah. The club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
ネズミが自分のビジネスから手を引いて経営を雑種のミックと部下に任せたらしいんだ。
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
雑種のミック聞いたことのない名前だな。
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
略雑者ミックならどうだ。
Damn, that
マ
little
ジか、
monkey came this
ク
far?
ソザル。そこまでのし上がってるのか。
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
エブンがここにあらずなのをいいことに好き勝手にやってるんだろう。
Which has something to do with this
その状態
Natasha,
にナターシャ
right?
が何か関係あるんだな。
That's my guess.
俺の推測だがな。
Thanks for this straight
まと
dope,
の情
Zip.
報あ
We
りが
owe
と
you
う
one.
ジップ。一つ借りができた。
One. You owe me the price of a new coffee
この
shop,
コーヒーショ
remember?
ップの新装開店費用を忘れてねえか。
Okay,
分かった
okay.
分かった。
Whatever
必
you
要になったらい
need.
つでも
Just
言う
call
てくれ。
us.
I cluck and
そ
will.
うさせてもらうよ。
Thanks, pal.
ありがとうな、相棒。
Hey, I'm not your
俺
pal,
はあんた
Marty.
の相棒じゃねえよ、マーティ。オッケー。そしたら、クラブに行くしかないかな。ダルイス。
Look, Lewis. That bouncer over there.
あそこの用心棒を見てくれ。
Well, yes.
彼は
He
ち
is
ょ
a
っと
bit
おっかないけど、
intimidating,
まあ
but his
マナーは申し分
manners
ない。
are
そうだよ
impeccable.
ね。
Am I right?
Yes, indeed. But it
その
seems
通り。だ
tonight
が今晩、
we're
俺
not
た
on
ちは
his
リスト
list.
に載ってないらしいんだ。
Oh,
ああ、なるほど。
I see.
それで、
Oh,
あ、
I
分か
get
った
it.
分かった。
I
入
get
りたい
it.
け
You'd
ど、
like to go in, but he
彼が入らせ
won't
て
let
くれ
you.
ない。
Yeah, something like
そ
that.
んなことだ。そんなとこだ。
No, 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 no.
問題ないよ。
No
一緒につ
problem
い
at all.
てきて。
Come with me.
彼に
I'll
話すから。
talk to him.
おお、やるね。
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
今なんて
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series.
Let's just knock that giant out, shall we? Easy peasy.
どもる。
Let's just not do that, shall
Okay. Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon.
これさっき聞いたな。
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
すべて順調です、ヘイワーズさん。
Good.
それは結構。
Look,
ところ
this
で、
noble
こち
pair
ら
of
の立派な2羽
pigeons are
の
my friends.
鳩
They're
は
on the
僕の
list,
友達な
okay?
んだ。彼らはリストに載ってる。いいね。
Naturellement,
も
sir.
ちろんです。お、すごいな。
And as for
あり
you,
がとう。さて、君た
you
ち
owe me
の
one,
貸しができたね。
gentlemen.
お庭さん。
Thanks, old pal.
感謝してるよ。
It was my pleasure to help
君
you.
たちのためなら
As
何でも
always.
するよ。いつでもどうぞ。じゃあ入れるんだ。Let's go.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the
これ
Czar.
日本語にできるんだからさ、読み上げも日本語にしてほしいよね。
Mother of...
わお。
I take you to the nicest places,
最
eh,
高の場所に
sweetheart?
しか連れてかないよ、ダーリン。
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
あなたのおごりかしら、ハニー。
Don't even think about it.
変なことを考えるな。
Oh, men these days.
最
So
近の
we're here to
男から
find a dame
で
called
ナターシャ
Natasha.
ってお嬢さんを探しに来たんだよな。
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
いつも同じように、
No,
ね、
Marty, not like
いつもと同
always.
じな。
This time it's for real.
今度は真剣だ。さて、
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
俺の好みよりもちょっと色っぽすぎるかな。
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as
ユ
ever.
ーモアのセンスは相変わらず最低だな。
You just need to get used to it again.
そうかい、また慣れればいいだけで。
What if,
ため息。ああ、違う違う、操作間違えた。
this is the life, huh?
お
What's
前
this
そ
guy
の何
do?
者なんだ。
Real
不動産
estate?
屋
Mob
販売葬
accountant?
式の会計
Or is he a movie
それとも
star?
映画俳優
He looks like a coat hanger to me.
俺には洋服ハンガーみたいに見えるぜ。
That was
ね
actually
今のは
worse
一
than
つ
the
前の
previous
状況よ
joke.
りさらにひどかったよ。
Heh, I try.
努力してんだよ。
This is the...
He looks
それ
like
しかないのか。ステージ。
I was hoping to have missed the main
メインイ
event.
ベントを避けられたならよかったの
You're
か。
a rusty old cock, that's why.
あんたが老いぼれのオス鳥だからさ。
So says the little butt
バ
jam.
ットジャム。バットジャムって何なんだろう。
But what? That's not even a
だっ
word.
てそんな言葉ないだろう。
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt
で
jam.
もできたことは。バットジャム。
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
何もないよ。 辺何にもないよね。
A fox is a wolf who
キツネ
sends
とは花を
flowers.
送る狼である。
What?
なんだ？
Oh, nothing. I read
い
it
や、なんで
somewhere.
もない。どこかで読んだんだ。
Fascinating. I
興
didn't
味
know you
深い
could
な。
read.
お前に字が読めるのは知らなかった。
Ha ha
冗
ha.
談き
Very
つい
funny.
ね。
Remember that old case with the fox and the raven?
昔の事件覚えてる？キツネとカラスの。
How could I even forget?
忘れるわけないだろ。
Absurd,
忘
right?
れた事件だった
All
な。
that
一か
bloodshed
けら
for
の
a
チー
piece
ズを
of
めぐってあ
cheese.
んなに血が流れるなんて。
Yeah.
そうだ
Hunger
な。
can bring out
空
the
腹は
monster in
動物の
animals,
中のモン
right?
スターを引き出すって言うだろう。
And the wildest and most
最も野蛮
primordial
で原始
instincts,
的な本
no
能。
matter how civilized
ど
they
んなに
seem.
文明化されたように見えてもな。
As you say, Marty.
まあ、食べ物の恨みは恐ろしいって言うからね。これ以上ないの？
Ah, this is the light.
He looks like a coat.
That
Heh, I try.
あ、こっち側ある。手下連中。映画のポスター。
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first
それ
case.
からなん
And
かの脅迫に巻き込まれて、それが最初の事件とつながってて。
Hey, Marty?
お、マイティ。
what? Yeah?
なんでどうした？
I don't give a shit.
そんなのどうでもいいだろ。そんな冷たいことを言って。いや、手下とちょっと一回見よう。
This guy is certainly not a
ギ
gangster
ャングの子
henchman.
分なんかじゃない。
Of course he's not.
当然だと思う。話すができないんだよね。
Hey, Marty. I bet you wouldn't dare to go up to him
あ
and
いつの
ask
と
if
ころ
he
にいて
hasn't
お
seen
前
your
の毛皮
fur
のコ
coat.
ートを見たか聞くのはさすがに無理だろう。
What? Why? I'm
なんだと
mad.
なんだ
Yeah, but not
確かに俺は
suicidal.
イカれてるけど自殺願望はないぞ。
Are you
お前
chicken
チキン
or
だな。
what?
Piss off, old
あっ
bird.
ち行け、おいどりめ。
Nah, chicken shit.
チキンシート。もう何にもなくなっちゃったじゃん。あ、こっち側にいる。
She has pretty long legs. I mean,
Decent.
pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to
可
be
愛くて長い
prejudiced.
足。
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
That girl is looking at me.
She's just looking at anyone whose glass is empty, Marty. That's all.
No, Sonny. She was staring at me like
俺を見つめ
hard.
てるんだ。
I
じ
saw
っと
it.
ね、この目で見たんだから。
Marty, you're imagining
思い
things.
込みだよ。
Oh,
あれ、待って
wait
よ
a。
You see that, right? She's looking
あ
right
れ、
at
大
us with
きな
those big black
黒い奇
weird
妙な
squirrel
リ
eyes.
スの目で俺たちを見つめてるよ。
Okay, Marty, don't panic.
マーティ、パ
And
ン
just
チ
look
の
elsewhere and walk away
他に線を
slowly.
移しゆっくりと歩いて去るんだ。
Creepy little squirrel girl.
不気味で小さなリスの女の子。カーテン。
A man's best friend.
最良の友。
That's not a dog, Sonny. That's a horse.
あ
He
な
just
たあ
has
れ
a
は
very
犬じゃない
weird
よ、サニ
mane.
ー。あれは馬だ。ただ一風変わったたてがみを持っているだけだ。
I didn't mean him, Marty. I meant
彼の
the
ことじゃなく
bar.
てバーのことだよ。
Oh, I see. Right.
そうか
Yeah, because that totally
ね
makes
意味も
sense.
通じるね。どういう意味なの？
Don't be shy, Sonny. Just ask him for a drink.
Still talking to yourself, huh? Great.
独り
Two.
言。あ
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
あ、あんた運転手だろ？
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass
おい、
of
馬
tap
面。
water
水
too,
道水
okay?
も一杯くれ。いいな。馬面って。
Yes, sir. Coming right up.
かしこまりました。
That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always
俺の記
bragging
憶が
about
正しけ
hiding
れ
your
ば
shotgun
誰
in
に
your
もわから
coat
ない
so
ように
well,
コートの
no
中
one
に
can
散弾
see
銃を
it.
隠し持てるっていつも自慢してたな。
Sure.
そうさ、
Maybe
今
I have it
隠
with
し
me
持ってるか
now.
もよ。
What?
なんだよ。
Well, do you see that
こ
bottle,
のボト
Marty?
ルが見えるか
That's a
マーティン。
28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
熟成年数28年のゴールデンイーグルウイスキーだ。
Of all the furry
こりゃ
gods,
玉ね
you're
だ。
right.
本当だ。
And they've just left it on
そ
the
れがバー
bar.
に置きっぱ
Someone
なしになっ
ordered
て
it,
る。
got
注
so
文したや
drunk
つ
he
が酔い
forgot
すぎ
all
て
about
忘れ
it.
たんだろう。
So,
そこでだ。
So we're confiscating it as
証拠として
evidence.
没収する飲みたいだけなの。
yeah.
ああ、という
Well,
か
more like
盗
stealing
みだ
it.
が。
But if
そう
it's
考
easier for
え
you,
た方が気が楽なら。
Ah, you're twisted,
あん
pal.
た
But
ひ
to be
ねくれて
honest,
るね。
I
で
have
も
no
意義では
objections.
ないよ。これ高級ウイスキー。
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my
言い
place,
たくない
but
けど、ローラの
Laura's
父親
father
は
went to
彼の
that guy
問
when
題
his
が悪化した時に例の男に
problems
相談に
had
行った
gone
ん
too
だ。
far.
you're treading on thin
誰
ice,
には気
Marty.
をつけろよ、マーティン。
No, I just...
俺
Look,
が言いたいのは
fellas at the station are
いろんなや
talking,
つ
you
が
know?
いろんな
All
ことを
kinds
話
of
してるって
things.
ことよ。
Moses, Plato,
モーゼスとか
Bosco, and the others.
プレイトとかボスコとかが
Talking, eh?
話
About
してるっ
what?
て何のこと？
About why Blood Boil took my
どうして
badge?
ブラッドボール
About what an
が
untrustworthy
俺のバッジを
alcoholic
没収
wreck
したか
I
って
am?
ことか？俺が救いようのないアル中だってことか？
Look,
ごめん、
I'm sorry, it doesn't
教え
matter.
てくれ。
Good. And let it stay
結
that
構この
way.
件は以上だ。
At least we're cracking this one together,
少な
yeah?
くともこれは一緒に飲むんだよね。
Sure,
そうだ
Marty.
な、マーティ。あれ、本当に撮ったんだ。違う。あ、本当にお酒入ってる。
Come to daddy, darling.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of
そんな
weird,
風
don't
に
you
話す
think?
って変だと思わない？
Says someone who calls his
銃
gun
のコレクシ
collection
ョンをハー
his
レムって呼んで
hurry.
るお前がか。
Touche.
こ
I'll
いつ
shut
は
it.
一本取られたね。
Good birdie.
いい薄取りくんだ。音取りか。漢字苦手なんだよな。
Hey, there's Fillmar.
フィルマ
Who? Oh, yes. Philmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
ー。彼をよく知ってるの？
We had some seriously wild cases together,
ワイルドな
yes.
事件を一
Mainly
緒
in
に解
Averia,
決したこと。
way
黒ビル
before
に来るちょっと前。
Clawville. Another place,
Averia.
and another life.
うちも漢字読めない絵文字。
ね、難しい漢字出てくる。
Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi
して
to.
おくべきだと思う。
The old hawk looks like shit if you ask me.
鷹なんだ。
Just like looking into the mirror.
話してみよう。
Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
マーロ。
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
そう名前は使ってない。
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Philmar Lowe.
通称フィルマーローでいいか。
So says someone who tried to go
モンマク
undercover
ラ
with
マ
the
フィア
Feather
に
Pillow
七
Mafia
面
is
鳥
a
のふりし
turkey, right,
侵
Mr.
入しよ
Turk
うとしたや
Cayman?
つがよく言うよ。だよな。タキーマンさん。
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was
昔のこ
young.
とだ。俺も悪かった。あ、俺も若かった。
目が
But
怖
I
い。
stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
俺には俺のやり方と信念があるんだ。フィルマーロー流のやり方だ。俺を起こさるな。クソじじい。
Okay, okay, fair
わか
enough.
ったわかった、ごめんよ。
Sorry, I'm a
今度
little
は気が立って
clapped
るんだ。
tonight.
I know the feeling, pal.
気 気持ちはわかるよ。ポイル、お前たちはここで何をしているんだ。少し目立っている。昔ながらのドンパチでもやりに来たのか。
We stick out. Man, you look terrible.
俺た
Like
ちが目
someone
立
who
ってる。
sat on an
あんた
electric
こそひ
pole.
どいありさまだよ。まるで電極の上に座ったみたいだ。
Don't even ask.
聞
I
くな。
feel exactly
まさ
like
に
that.
その通りの気分なんでな。
You want a case?
お前も何か事件を？
5 feet tall,
身
half
長
of that
5フィート。
legs, angelic
その
voice,
半分
demonic
が足、
eyes,
天
just the
使の
usual.
ような声、悪魔のような目、いつも通りだ。
Oh boy.
おやおや。
And you?
あんたは？
Something like that.
似たよう
Just
なもん
don't
だ。
know the exact numbers yet. A dame named
まだ正確なサイズはわ
Natasha.
か
She
らない
called
か
us
な。
here.
ナターシャ
If
っ
I'm
てお
not
嬢さん
mistaken,
に
the
こ
joint
こに
is
呼ばれたん
hers.
だ。もし間違ってなければ彼女がこのクラブのオーナーらしい。
Yeah, she owns the joint,
そうだな、こ
amongst
こも
others.
彼女のクラブの一つだ。
Good
まあ、
luck,
うまくい
guys.
くといいね。
That broad has a
あの女性に
reputation.
は定評
She's
があ
not
る。
the kind of toy
軽
with,
々
if you know what I
軽
mean.
々しく扱っていいタイプじゃないってことさ。
Any useful information?
何か情報は？
For free?
無料でか？
Stop clucking
ふ
around,
ざけんな。
Fillmore.
フィルマー。
All right,
分か
but
った
just
よ。
because of the
昔
old
からの
days.
付き合いがあるから教
Look
え
for me after you've
ちょっと
talked to
早い。
her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about it before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
追い出されない限り店は出ない。で、知らぬ者同士目を合わせるのもダメ。
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
あ、かわいい。何が始まるの？何も始まんない？何も始まんないね。
Creepy little squirrel girl.
追い出されない限りお店の中にいるっていうんだよね。
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
向こうに気づかれたかな？
Only if he's not entirely
彼が
blind.
完全な盲目じゃなければ。
Great.
まずいな。
Just try to act normal, as much as you can.
Yep, that's him. The big rat in the flesh.
ビッグラットがね。
Well, it looks like this unpleasant conversation can't be avoided.
間違えた。
The memories are returning.
Geez, just spare me the dirty details.
じゃあ話しかけてみようか。
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
したらまさか。
What now?
今度はなんだ？
Is that
あれってオリ
Olivia?
ビア？
No,
ロメオ
Marty.
マーティ。
Hey, Olivia.
あ、オリビア。
Are you talking to me?
私に話しかけてるの？
It's me.
俺では
Marty
マーティ・マ
McChicken.
クチキン
Oh, God.
なんてこった。
What a pleasant surprise.
それは
The
嬉
roast
しい
the
驚
coppers
き
in
だ。
person.
おんどりおまわりに会えるとは。
Chicken police.
チキンポリス。
But yeah,
で
Mr.
もウェス
Wessler,
ラ
you
ーさん、
could say
そう呼
so.
んでも
The
ら
name's
ってもいいですよ。
Sunny Featherland, of
サニーフェ
course,
ザー
of
ランド君。
course.
なる
Chicken
ほど、なるほ
police.
ど。チキンポ
Your
リスは。
partner is,
君の相棒は、
he
彼
is,
は、名前が出てこないの？
Marty McChicken. Sir, I just introduced myself to your lady companion
あなたに
seconds
行動
ago.
班のご令嬢にご挨拶させていただきました。
Oh, yeah.
あ、なる
I'm
ほ
so
ど。お
happy to
会いで
see
きて
you.
嬉しいね。
Hello, boys.
こんばんは、お庭さん。
So,
それで、
to what do all this
どのよう
pleasure,
な
gentlemen?
ご用向きかな、紳士諸君。
Yeah, so, we were, just in the
近所を
neighborhood
通りか
and
かったので、
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart,
ガールフレン
Natasha.
ドのナターシャに会いに来たんです。
Oh, I see.
なるほど。
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing.
大
You
した
know,
ことじゃあり
horrifying
ません。
threats
ちょっと
written
し
on
た
the
脅
wall with
迫で
blood
す。
red paint.
血の
The
ように
usual
赤い
stuff.
ペンキで
You must be
壁に
familiar
書か
with
れ
this
た
kind
脅
of thing.
迫。よくありますよね。この手の出来事には慣れておられるでしょう。
Oh yeah,
あ
indeed.
あ、確かに嫌なものです。
Nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse
ハム
us.
太郎司法長官と会合があったので少しお疲れなんです。では失礼させていただき。
Oh, dear Olivia,
Olivia,
it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough.
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
質問タイム。
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that.
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
プロフェッショナル。
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob
父親からギャン
boss.
グのボス。す
How
ごいな。
dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
話題を変えましょう。ルイス・シー・ヘイワース。
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city,
街
so to
のアンテ
speak.
ィークの家具のような存在。
Only a bit worn out.
少しすり減った。
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective. But the name of
あ
his
んなに
family
負債を
still
抱
rings
えてい
quite
るのは
loud in
私の主人
Clawville.
の刑事さん。ただ、彼の一族の名前は未だクロービルに影響力があるのでね。
Is that still worth anything?
まだそんなに力があるんですか。
The name is just their name, of
名前は
course.
単なる
But
名
the
前
man
ですが
behind the name
その名前を
is
持つ
another
男
matter,
にな
Mr.
れば
Featherland.
また別の次元の問題ですよ、フェザーランドさん。
You're a pragmatic rat.
なんていうの、実利的かなネズミですね、あなたは。
Thank you.
そう思ってくれて嬉しいね。ナターシャ・キャッツェンコ。
Look, detective. If you want to know
何か
something,
知る
just
ね。
ask.
ただ聞いてくれればいいんですよ。いいんですよ。
All right, Mr. Wessler.
オッケー。オリビア・ブラックウィグ。
Has your assistant been working for you long?
アシスタントの方が採用されてからかなり時間が経ちますか？
Are you talking about me?
それ私のこと言ってるの？
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
あなたのことです。まだ。
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months.
働き始めて6ヶ月になる。
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
オリビアなんか怖いな。
Yeah, please forgive her, detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
爆竹のよう。もう全部話聞いちゃった。
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall.
頭を使わないといけない。彼を壁に押し付けるだけでは何も達成できない。まだな。ウェスラー焦点。ウェスラーは 残念ながら俺は彼のことをよく知らないので頭を使わないといけない。印象トリッキー。
How did you feel when you heard about the
業
blackmail?
界について聞いた時どう思われたか。
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
バカバカしいと思った。
And now?
じゃあ今は
Now I'm kinda interested. But I
興
wouldn't
味は
call
湧い
it
てきた
blackmail
け
yet.
ど脅
They're
迫
just
とは呼
empty
ばない。
threats. There were no demands.
空の脅威で具体的な要求からの脅威で具体的な要求はないですから。
Good point.
ごもっとも。
Thank you. Are we done?
これで終わりますか？
No, not
いえ
quite.
まだ
I'm sorry to hear that.
警察を呼べばよかったのになんでしなかったんですか？そうよね。
Why didn't you just call the police?
普通だったら警察呼ぶよね。
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
事件として扱ってもらえないから。
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
嫌がらせは事件にはなりますよ。
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Chicken. 秘密主義、不信。どっちがいいのか。とりあえず。
Do you really think we're that stupid?
What? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
意味がわからない。
You're evasive and try to make us believe you don't care about the threats. But from my experience, that kind of behavior has guilt stamped all over it.
Yeah, I don't have to listen to this anymore. I hope you don't take offense, but get the hell out of the club while I'm asking nicely.
Easy, Wessler.
I'd be very happy about that.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your
脅迫
girlfriend?
されるような理由があるのか。
I don't know, maybe because
さあ
she's
僕
my
のガールフレン
girlfriend?
ドだから。
You think that's enough?
それで十分だと思いますか？
It's plenty enough.
十分ですよ。
Good point.
ごもっとも。
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley. If you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush. そっとつついてみる。どれがいいんだろう。ナシャーとは近い関係なのか。過去にナターシャが似たような出来事に関わったことは。これらのメッセージが危険だと感じられませんですか？ここにはいらっしゃるんですか？ちょっと過去に似たような出来事聞いてみよう。 Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies or insane fans, psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
ファンキー、
Start talking straight, Wessler. There's no point in wasting each other's time.
You know what? You're right. And there's no point in spoiling my mood, is there? Olivia will show you out, but if you insist, yeah, I can give you an alternative.
Nice one, Sonny. Indeed, Mr. Wessler. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Don't be so cocky, copper. It can be dangerous at your age.
怒られちゃった。あれ